Welcome to Sam Podcast.
Enjoy listening to English every day.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Season 3 of the Sam Podcast. We'll be talking about business plans this season with me, Mr. Sam. Today's episode is about something fascinating, mysterious, and sometimes a little dusty, but very valuable. Yes, we're talking about how to write a business plan for an antique shop. Now, antique shops are quite unique compared to other retail businesses. Instead of selling new products, they sell items with history, sometimes items that are hundreds of years old. And joining me today is a very knowledgeable guest. She is a retail consultant who has worked with vintage collectors and specialty shop owners. Please welcome Miss Laura Mitchell.
Thank you, Sam. I'm very happy to be here. Antique shops are one of the most interesting types of businesses to discuss.
Laura, before we start, I want to say something that might make you disagree with me immediately.
Oh, that sounds like the beginning of an argument.
I believe writing a business plan for an antique shop is actually quite simple.
Sam, I already disagree.
I expected that.
Antique businesses are actually very complicated.
Really? I thought it was simple. Find old items, sell old items, and make money.
If only it were that easy.
All right, let me explain my thinking. If someone wants to open an antique shop, they just need three things. A, interesting antique products. B, a store location. C, customers who love antiques. D, that's basically the business plan.
Sam, that's not a business plan.
That's more like a dream.
Okay, fair point. A proper business plan must include market research, product sourcing strategies, financial planning, and marketing.
All right, then. Let's break it down step by step. Let's start with the first section of any business plan.
The executive summary.
Yes, the famous executive summary.
This section provides a short overview of the entire business idea.
So it's like a preview.
Exactly. It answers key questions like, what kind of antique shop is it? What types of antiques will be sold? Who are the target customers? What makes the shop unique?
Can you give an example?
Sure. Imagine a shop called Timeless Treasures Antiques. The executive summary might say, Timeless Treasures Antiques will offer carefully selected vintage furniture, decorative items, and collectible antiques from the 19th and 20th centuries.
That already sounds like a serious business.
Exactly.
Next comes the business description.
Yes, this section explains the background and purpose of the antique shop.
What should be included here?
Several things: the mission of the shop, the vision for future growth, the types of antiques offered, the business structure.
Mission statement again.
Yes, I know you're skeptical,
A little.
but they matter.
Give us an example.
Sure. Our mission is to preserve history by offering unique antique items that connect customers with the past.
That actually sounds poetic.
Antique shops often celebrate history and craftsmanship.
Now we move to something very important, market research.
Yes, this step is critical.
What should entrepreneurs study before opening an antique shop?
Three major areas: target customers, competitors, market trends.
Target customers. Let's talk about customers. Who typically buys antiques?
Several types of buyers: collectors, interior designers, history enthusiasts, tourists.
Interesting. Collectors probably look for rare items.
Exactly. Interior designers might look for decorative vintage furniture. Tourists often buy small antique souvenirs.
So the business plan must identify the main customer group.
Yes, without that, the shop might struggle to focus its inventory.
Now let's talk about competitors.
This is an important step.
What kinds of competitors exist for antique shops?
Other antique shops, flea markets, vintage online marketplaces.
Online marketplaces must be huge competition.
Yes, websites where people sell vintage items can be serious rivals.
So how can a physical antique shop compete?
Several ways: authenticity verification, expert knowledge, unique in-store experiences.
That makes sense. People like seeing antiques in person.
Exactly.
Now we reach something very unique to antique shops: product sourcing.
Yes, this is one of the most challenging parts of the business.
Where do antique shops find their products?
Many places: estate sales, auctions, private collectors, antique fairs.
That sounds like an adventure.
It can be. Some antique dealers travel frequently to find rare items.
But the business plan must explain the strategy.
Exactly. It should describe how the shop will maintain a steady supply of antiques.
Let's talk about the physical store.
Location is extremely important.
What makes a good location for an antique shop?
Several factors: tourist areas, historic neighborhoods, busy shopping districts.
Tourists must be great customers.
Absolutely. Tourists often love buying unique historical items.
Antique shops also have a very special atmosphere.
Yes. The store should feel like a journey through history.
That sounds magical.
Soft lighting, wooden shelves, vintage displays.
Maybe even old music playing in the background.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about marketing.
Marketing antique shops requires creativity.
What strategies work well?
Several ideas: social media promotion, antique fairs, partnerships with interior designers, online antique listings.
Social media for antiques?
Absolutely. Beautiful photos of vintage items attract collectors.
That makes sense. Next is the operations plan.
This section explains how the business runs every day:
What should it include?
store hours, staff responsibilities, inventory management, item authentication.
Authentication must be very important.
Yes, customers want to know that antiques are genuine.
Now we reach the financial section.
The part everyone worries about. A financial plan should include startup costs, operating expenses, sales projections, profit estimates.
Opening an antique shop might require money for store renovation, initial inventory, marketing, and storage space.
Exactly. Startup costs could range from $30,000 to $120,000 depending on the size.
All right, Laura. After this long conversation, I must admit something.
Oh, this should be interesting.
Writing a business plan for an antique shop might be more complicated than I thought,
I knew you would say that.
but I still believe business plans should be simple.
And I believe they should be detailed and strategic.
So we still disagree.
Yes, but friendly debates make podcasts entertaining.
Well, everyone, that brings us to the end of today's episode of the Sam Podcast. Today, we explored how to write a business plan for an antique shop, including sourcing strategies, market research, marketing, and financial planning.
Thank you so much for listening. We hope this discussion helps anyone interested in starting an antique business.
And remember, every successful business begins with a well-thought-out plan.
Absolutely.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you in the next episode of the Sam Podcast.